What pain teaches you before success. There comes a night when the weight on your chest feels heavier than anything you've ever carried. A night when your heart whispers, "I can't do this anymore." A night when the world moves on and you're left staring at the ceiling, wondering why your story feels stuck in the hardest chapter of your life. But what if the pain you're begging God to remove is the very tool He is using to shape the version of you who is strong enough, steady enough, and wise enough to carry the success He promised? What if your pain is not the end, but the beginning? This message is for the one who feels like life has hit harder than expected, for the one who gave their best and watched everything fall apart anyway, for the one who smiles in public but breaks in private, for the believer who has prayed faithfully, waited patiently, and still wonders, "God, why does it hurt so much before things get better?" This message matters because every great story God writes begins in places that do not look like promise. They look like pressure. And if you've been feeling the pressure, this message is for you. Let's go back to a moment you rarely speak about. The moment you realized the thing you wanted most wouldn't come easily. Maybe it was the opportunity that slipped through your fingers. Maybe it was the breakup that shattered your confidence. Maybe it was the season where nothing worked, no matter how hard you tried. You were fighting. You were giving everything you had, and life kept taking more. Then pain entered your story. Not the small kind, not the kind you shake off, but the kind that lingers. The kind that changes the way you breathe. The kind that makes you question everything you thought you knew about God. You whispered through your tears, "Lord, why does this hurt so much?" What you didn't know was that pain was not the enemy in that moment. Pain was the teacher God sent to prepare you for the blessing you asked Him to trust you with. Before God elevates anyone, He strengthens them. And that strength is forged in places where comfort cannot survive. Pain is the classroom where destiny is taught. And unknowingly, you've been sitting in the front row. Pain teaches you things success never will. Pain teaches you who you truly are. When everything is stripped away, pain reveals your real foundation. Pain shows what you genuinely believe about God, not what you say, but what you cling to when nothing makes sense. Pain breaks what needs breaking. In God's hands, pain becomes a sculptor. It cuts away pride. It shatters ego. It exposes the weak places inside you so they can be rebuilt into something stronger. This is not cruelty. This is construction. Pain also builds what comfort never will. Strength is not born in ease. Endurance is not formed in gentle seasons. Faith is not strengthened when everything goes your way. You become who you are in the nights you thought would break you. Because pain forces you to pray differently. Pain forces you to grow intentionally. Pain forces you to rely on God in ways comfort never required. Think back to the moment you almost walked away. You remember it clearly. The disappointment, the heartbreak, the quiet realization that life was not unfolding the way you hoped. You were tired of rebuilding, tired of hoping, tired of trying to stay strong. But something inside you refused to quit. It was faint, but it was there. A whisper of faith that said, "This is not your ending. This is your shaping." That whisper wasn't from your strength. Your strength was already gone. It came from God, because He knew what He was forming within you. He knew who you would become after this fire. He knew that if you kept walking, even with trembling steps, you would eventually reach a place you couldn't see yet. Pain wasn't disqualifying you. Pain was preparing you. Then comes the shift. Quiet. Subtle. A moment you only notice in hindsight. You realize you survived what you once thought would destroy you. You stood up again. You healed in places you believed were permanently broken. You carried burdens you once thought were impossible to lift. And in that realization, something powerful settles over you. God never deserted you. Not for 1 second. He was there the night you collapsed into tears. He was there in the silence when you questioned His plan. He was there when you felt abandoned. He wasn't punishing you. He was strengthening you. He wasn't delaying you. He was developing you. Slowly, you begin to understand that the valley had a purpose. The pain had a purpose. It was doing a work in you that success never could. So hear this clearly. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. You are not being punished. You are being prepared. Prepared for opportunities your eyes haven't seen yet. Prepared for blessings your hands aren't ready to hold yet. Prepared for battles that require a stronger, wiser, deeper version of you. God is not finished. Your story is not over. And your pain is not wasted. Everything you walked through is being woven together into a future that will one day make sense. God is shaping you into someone who can carry success without losing their soul. Someone who can shine without collapsing under the weight of it. Someone who can lead, love, create, serve, and rise with character. Pain forged your strength. Pain deepened your faith. Pain expanded your capacity. And now you are stepping into a season where every lesson will reveal why it had to happen this way. When success finally comes, when God opens the doors you once begged Him to open, you won't just walk into it. You will walk into it with wisdom, with humility, with strength born from storms, with faith that cannot be shaken. You will look back and realize the truth. Pain was never the enemy. Pain was the preparation. Pain was the tool God used to build the champion inside you. Before God crowns you with success, He trains you with pain, not to break you, but to build the strength you will need to carry the blessing without dropping it.